everything sleeveless. And I was always very modern in my dressing, whereas I'm not really, you know, a drinker, a smoker, a party girl. I respect my religion a lot. But in my dress sense, I was very open about it. And I remember the first day when Amir's mom and dad had both came with him, they knew the way I dress. My mom was very open. I'm the same person I am today as I was, you know, 5 years ago when I got engaged. And no one addressed that, you know, sorry, we can't accept you because of the way you dress, or sorry, because you're too Western, or too independent, we won't accept you. Everything was fine. We all really got along. We had such great laughs, and, you know, they were so happy to welcome me into the family. So that's how it worked out in the beginning.
So how did it go wrong? Where did it go wrong?
You know, I had gotten engaged and everything went perfectly fine. My long distance relationship, my engagement, towards like 6 months into my engagement, there was problems that started to happen. I realized that I wouldn't be able to fit into the family when I remember it was a few months before my wedding. I went to Pakistan to do some shopping, and I wanted to surprise Amir. He was in Dubai with his family at the time. So my brother and I wanted to go surprise Amir for Valentine's Day, and he had told me it would be so nice to see you. We hadn't seen each other for a while because he used to be training, and you know, it was just so busy. He was always so busy. I thought it was a surprise. It would have been cute. Little did I know that it would backfire.
So what happened? You weren't allowed to see him?
I don't know. This was the first time ever where it was so weird that I guess I wasn't allowed to see him. In the beginning of my engagement, I was allowed to see him. They were very happy for me to come and visit, very happy to send Amir. But suddenly, after like when it got closer to the wedding, I remember Amir's mom and dad saying that she's ruined our family holiday and we're going to take you back the next day. Amir had to fly back out to the UK the next day. He was not allowed to see me. And that's when I knew that, you know what, if I'm not getting accepted being Amir's fiance, I'm not sure how easy it will be.
Well, it got worse from there because you said that the siblings were commenting online, and they tried to get everyone to talk. And then as we've seen, it has now got incredibly public and really quite vicious. You know, we don't have time to go into the many other things that you've alleged, you know, sort of treatment. What we have to ask you is, why be so public with this when it's obviously not just hurting both sides of the family, but Amir as well?
You know, it's not in my nature to ever go public about personal matters. Being so young and getting married into a very big family, and then having to hear obviously media about Amir. In the beginning, I had a rough time reading that. I was pregnant and I had my in-laws that, you know, it was just a mess. Over the years, Amir's brother and sister went on Twitter rants, went on Instagram rants, talking about me, saying I don't get along with them, saying I'm very fake, I've done plastic surgery, calling me Michael Jackson, and I was a pregnant woman. All that was not really nice. Anyway, I used to take it in. I was very, very social about it. I thought my silence would probably make them stop. Just recently, I think it just started to build up, and I had done a catwalk, and I was very proud of myself. Amir was very, very supportive and proud of me, and I had seen Amir's younger sister do something like dog walk and made a comment and laughed about it. It really, really hurt me because when I didn't work and I used to just stay home, I was called a gold digger. I was called I'm with Amir for his money. Can I ask you,
y'all hear this crazy ass shit? Y'all hear this crazy? Y'all hear this crazy shit? Y'all hear? We gotta run that back. We gotta run that back. Y'all hear this crazy ass shit? So okay, basically, this was from several months ago. This was. I'm gonna die up in here, yo. Oh man, hold up. So this was from several months ago. where they started having problems where basically Amir Khan's brother, Haroon Khan, was clowning her. Talking about Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is still alive. He's Wacko Jack calls here with us right now. Some shit. I'm gonna show y'all the tweet. I'm gonna show y'all the tweet. So basically, she's saying that Khan and like his family turned on her instead of talking all that shit about her on social media. This is crazy shit. We're gonna run it back. We're gonna run it back.
He said about you talking to her.
Oh, do it from here, right?
A home.
Duh.
I was called a gold digger. I was called
The talk.
And then we're gonna start.
Amir, he was in Dubai with his family. With him. They,
I think she's a
knew the way I
lovely,
dressed.
lovely
I was very open.
woman.
The
Too
same
much
person
work.
I am today,
Been done.
as I was, 5 years ago when I got engaged. And no one addressed that, sorry, we can't accept you because of the way you dress, or sorry, because you're too Western, or too independent, we won't accept you. Everything was fine. We all really got along. We had such great laughs, and they were so happy to welcome me into the family. So that's how it worked out in the beginning.
So how did it go wrong? Where did it go wrong?
I had gotten engaged and everything went perfectly fine. My long distance relationship, my engagement, towards like 6 months into my engagement, there was problems that started to happen. I realized that I wouldn't be able to fit into the family when I remember it was a few months before my wedding.
Listen to this shit.
I went to Pakistan to do some shopping, and I wanted to surprise Amir. He was in Dubai with his family at the time. So my brother and I wanted to go surprise Amir for Valentine's Day, and he had told me it would be so nice to see you. We hadn't seen each other for a while because he used to be training, and it was just so busy. He was always so busy. I thought it was a surprise. It would have been cute. Little did I know that it would backfire.
So
on me.
what happened? You weren't allowed to see him?
I don't know. This was the first time ever where it was so weird that I guess I wasn't allowed to see him. In the beginning of my engagement, I was allowed to see him. They were very happy for me to come and visit, very happy to send Amir. But suddenly, like when it got closer to the wedding, I remember Amir's mom and dad saying that she's ruined our family holiday and we're going to take you back the next day. Amir had to fly back out to the UK the next day. He was not allowed to see me. And that's when I knew that, if I'm not getting accepted to being Amir's fiance, I'm not sure how easy it will be.
Well, it sort of got worse from there because
listen to this shit. Listen.
That the siblings were commenting online, and they tried to get everyone to talk. And then, as we've seen, it has now got incredibly public and really quite vicious. We don't have time to go into the many other things that you've alleged, sort of treatment. What we have to ask you is, why be so public with this when it's obviously not just hurting both sides of the family, but Amir as well?
It's not in my nature to ever go public about personal matters. Being so young and getting married into a very big family, and then having to hear obviously media about Amir. In the beginning, I had a rough time reading that. I was pregnant and I had my in-laws that, it was just a mess. Over the years, Amir's brother and sister went on Twitter rants, went on Instagram rants, talking about me, saying I don't get along with them, saying I'm very fake, I've done plastic surgery, calling me Michael Jackson, and I was a pregnant woman. Reading all that was not really nice. Anyway, I used to take it in. I was very, very patient about it. I thought my silence would probably make them stop. Just recently, I think it just started to build up, and I had done a catwalk, and I was very proud of myself. Amir was very, very supportive and proud of me, and I had seen Amir's youngest sister had said something like dog walk and made a comment and laughed about it. It really, really hurt me because when I didn't work and I used to just stay home, I was called a gold digger. I was called I'm with Amir for his money.
Can I ask you, what does he say about you talking to us today after he's specifically said this needs to stop? How does he feel about the fact that you're discussing this on telly again today?
I spoke to Amir about it, and Amir has always been very supportive. But obviously it was getting too much for him. He has to be neutral. They're his parents on one side and his wife on another side, and he's basically in the middle. I did say to Amir, I would like to get my message across, and he said that's fine. You know,
would you like to see
he said we can put everything behind after this.
Would you like to see the, you know,
I don't
you
think she
and
do
the
either.
family, everybody getting on? Is it even remotely possible now?
You know, for Amir's sake, I had always tried and played my part, and I felt like it was one-way love. I went to Amir's brother's wedding. I wasn't invited, but I still went out of respect, and I danced with his mom, and I can see that smile on Amir's face that we were getting along. We never stopped talking to Amir's family. I want to make that clear. They stopped talking to me and Amir for absolutely no reason. Amir had nothing to do with this, you know, whatever problem.
I mean, she is a little, you know, she a little creepy. She a little creepy looking, you know. I mean, she's not ugly, you know. It's a little bizarre. I admit, you know, but it's not bad. It's just, you know, it's just a what am I doing? What am I doing? It's just it's a little bizarre, you know. But I'm not, you know, don't get knocked until you try it. Some shit, right? As they say, you know. So, welcome. Some shit went down earlier today. If you don't know, let me try to wrap it up for you real quick and put it in the layman's terms. Amir Khan, former champion of the world, very high-profile fighter over in, you know, Pakistan and over in the UK. Not as much as it should be. Basically, high-profile fighter. Made some headlines. You know, so even though he be getting knocked the fuck out in the ring, he still makes headlines from his wife tweeting that he was with a prostitute. Not a prostitute. I'm still trying to figure out. She said a prostitute. So I'm trying to figure out if she did that shit on purpose. Because somebody said a prostitute is a prostitute with attitude. Somebody also said a prostitute could be a prostitute. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So it's like this. Understand that Amir Khan wife, or Amir Khan is saying that his wife is sleeping around with IBF heavyweight champion of the world, Anthony Joshua. He said she moved up weight classes. So Anthony Joshua, you know him being all civil and shit, being all civil and handling things like a mature adult. He like, you know, I wish both of you the best. I ain't have nothing to do with that shit. It wasn't me. You know, the Shaggy song, it wasn't me. You know that shit? So he just leaving the shit all alone. But it's just crazy because truth be told, it's like, should we not be laughing? This is some fucked up shit. But the fact that they're putting that shit all out there on social media, is that our problem for laughing at this shit? I've been cracking the fuck up all day. And the things they've been saying about this poor woman, social media is fucked up. They've been saying some fuck. I heard them call her so many different things, man. I'm not going to repeat some of the ungodly, sinister things they've said about this woman. You know, but it's been picking up steam. If you think that it's already picked up steam, it's getting bigger and bigger. This shit is snowballing. You hear how crazy this shit sounds? Or IBF heavyweight champion of the world who just fought in front of 90,000 after his potential opponent, Wladimir Klitschko, retires, is tied up in a scandal where Amir Khan, a very well-known boxer, is accusing his wife of sleeping with him. The fuck is this? Is crazy. This is some crazy ass shit. And then you got people saying that it's hacked. And then Amir Khan doubles down. You want to know something? Watch this. Watch this. People saying, you know, well, Amir Khan has been hacked, him and his wife. No, that was her saying that shit. Let me show you. Let me show you real quick. There was her saying that shit. Let me show you. Let me show you. Hang in there. Hang in there. And then we're gonna keep I hope he ain't blocked me because I've been having a field day with this. I've been trolling this whole shit to smithereens. I've been trolling the shit. I hope he ain't blocked me. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed, fingers crossed, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. No, listen. Now watch this. Watch this. Now for people, now he already released a statement saying that it's not a hack. He already released a statement saying that it's not a hack. But then look, he didn't. She deleted all that shit. Khan didn't delete none of that shit. Look, he left this shit right up here. Oh, I forgot to retweet this one. What am I doing? Man's like Joshua can have my leftovers. Oh, snap. He's saying Anthony Joshua eats his scraps. So listen, I say this. You know, Amir Khan put on like 60 pounds of muscle, right? Put on 60 pounds of muscle. They holler at Eddie Hearn. Make Joshua Khan. Make Joshua Khan. You know, make it happen. You know, we didn't think that Khan was gonna fight Canelo, and we know one thing: Khan got balls. He do got balls. You know, make it happen. Joshua ain't never seen that style, that speed, that seductive power. You know. Hell yeah, when has Khan ever got this type of exposure? Listen, if you go listen, you can get lost in the comments, yo. You can get lost in the comments. I've been cracking the fuck up all day. I've been cracking the fuck up all day. Look, what does this have to do with anything? What does this have to do? What? Like shit was crazy. And I felt like I was involved in some fucking like bullshit, some bullshit TMZ shit. I wanted to know, like, I was like, oh man, I wonder who gonna say what next, man. Oh shit. Look, what the fuck is going on? And this is just on Khan shit. So if you head over to, you know, I'm a real American, well, he's not American, or, you know, what is he, Sir Anthony Joshua? You know how he always keep his shit all humble and shit. You know, and now he got the BBWs out there, and Lord knows T Street love the BBWs too. Lord knows, you know. Bent aside, I hope you guys can resolve your situation, or this is a hack. It's not a hack, as we have never even met. AJ. Plus, I like my women BBW. But then, right? But then. You know, see, this shit some crazy shit, right? You know, so is Khan gonna sock AJ when he see him and ask him like, yo, bro, I knew it was you. Yo, I knew it was you, bro. Or who is Ghost? Let's go back to his let's go back. Who is Ghost? Like, is it Ghost from Power? I don't watch Power. So you think Khan was just over in Dubai drunk, probably going through her shit, you know, and seeing some text message? How did he assume that it was Anthony Joshua? How did he just come up with Anthony Joshua, right? You know? How did he just come up with that? So, for example, watch this, right? So here's my theory, right? Here's my theory, right? Come on, bruh. I found you out, AJ. I found you out. I found you out, AJ. What's her name? Let's call her Mrs. Doom. Mrs. Doom wasn't here that night at this Destiny PlayStation 4 old ass game premiere. We found you out. We found you out, AJ. You know? You think Khan just making that shit up? You think Khan just making that shit up? So look, and here's another clue to fill you guys in. Then we got to move on to the next subject. To fill you guys in. Here's another clue. Who is Ghost? So Now, for those who watch Power, right? I don't watch Power, but everybody been telling me, yo, Ghost got out. Did you see Power this weekend? I'm like, nah, man, watch the fucking Power yet. I'm gonna binge watch it one day. I haven't seen not one episode. So is this like, is this Ghost from Power? You know? So I guess this is some type of text message. Oh, Guerrero! Oh no! Oh no! I didn't think of that. Oh no! Yeah, motherfuckers is dumb. yeah. Oh no! But listen, he did. But the thing is, in this day and age of social media and shit, you know how like people will push shit out there and delete it. This shit is still up here with Anthony Joshua Day. So it's like, yo, I know it was you, bro. I know you fucked my bitch. What the fuck? This is some crazy shit. So it's already been like 9 hours and the shit still hasn't been taken down. People tell me some his account hacked, and then he does a video and says, no, it's not hacked. In fact, let's play the video. Let's play. Yo, Khan gonna whoop Anthony. Yo, Khan gonna whoop Anthony Joshua ass when he see him. Khan gonna whoop Anthony Joshua ass when he see him, yo. He goes, somebody gotta get these hands, man. Yeah, she deleted everything. She frauding. And then she go, listen, I followed it. I was following it. I felt like a bitch. I'm like, oh shit, let me go see what the fuck's going on over on her Snapchat. Damn, I don't know how to use Snapchat. Let me Google how to use Snapchat and what all these fucking logos and icons and shit mean. I was having a hard time. Then people's like, no, T Street, we got you. We got you. Real rap. I was having a hard time. I was having a hard time. This is some crazy ass shit. This is a whole stream, live coverage of the con. Yeah, this like what show would this be? This wouldn't be Maury, right? This wouldn't be Maury. Yo, what if we can get one of them motherfuckers on the show? I would love. I can't wait to get to that to get to that level where I can just say, yo, let's call up fucking Faryal Makhdoom. Let's see if she want to come on here and talk about that shit. They real sensitive right now. They're real sensitive right now. I say, listen, you can come on here and talk to the people, the boxing people. You want the boxing people to listen? She was going hard talking about, how his career ain't going nowhere and shit. Like she was getting down and dirty. She was hitting below the belt. They wasn't borderline like Ward Kovalev too either. Those were clean low blows. She wasn't fucking around. And I'm still trying to figure out what is a prostitute. She said he was with a prostitute. What is a prostitute? Yeah, somewhere Robert Guerrero retired. They said and started hollering at. And they was rumored to fight, years back. And where does Khan go next? Remember, he was supposed to fight Pacquiao, but the Khan army, they ain't show up. They were supposed to have to fight in Dubai or some shit, wherever he at now. How do you not know? No, she didn't say. Listen, let me go pull it up again. Man, because y'all motherfuckers on some dumb shit. No, she didn't say. I'm trying to figure out, like, if it was code for something. Let me figure out. Khan be doing some, some questionable sexual activities. Let me find out. So let's decipher this shit. She said he's in Dubai right now with a prostitute while I'm getting accused of cheating. Treating the mother of his child like this is sickening. Sometimes people don't like it when you give them a taste of their own medicine. I think he just needs some attention because boxing has been going well for him since he's just been acting up. Ooh, shit. Oh, snap. So what is a prostitute? What is a prostitute? Oh, said he out there doing the Bobby Valentino? No. Oh, No, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. So, you know, she deleted all the shit. You know, she deleted everything. That's what's up, though. You know, I mean, no, it's not what's up, I guess. But now, you know what I noticed? Look how big fucking Amir Khan's fist is, yo. And look at Anthony Joshua's. Yo, AJ can get those hands. AJ can get those hands. Oh, what this from? You know he be jacking it on camera and shit, freak. And don't think I forgot about you freaks out there who was inboxing me, asking me if I had the video. No, motherfucker, I ain't have the video. I ain't never watched that shit. What is wrong with y'all? Of course, I heard all I needed to hear about the video. I would never watch that shit. For those who don't know, it was a leaked video of fucking Amir Khan out there jacking it. this fucking guy. So even if he get knocked out in the ring, he always in the headlines for something. That should be crazy, man. Oh, let's listen to a statement before we go.
So everything you saw on social media today, it is real. Obviously, me and Faryal have both decided to move on, while I've decided to walk away. I don't think there's anything big. Nothing's been hacked, and honestly, it's just a tough time that we both have to go through, and we just have to move forward because it's not healthy for any of us. And I'm just not happy the way I get treated by her and everything else. But look, I wish you all the very best in the future. And I'm in Dubai at the moment. I'm doing some training out here.
With a prostitute.
Don't want you guys to worry.
He said he's in Dubai at the moment. With a prostitute. But yeah, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. You know, that was fun. You know, I hope they get their shit together. And also, I want to know what's going on with Anthony Joshua, man. I want to know. So, all right. We're gonna try to keep up. We're gonna try to keep up with me because we got to talk about the heavyweight division in 15 minutes. All right. We got to talk about the heavyweight division for 15 minutes. But we got to go fast, and you got to follow me so you can understand what's going on. So I'm trying to figure out the best course of action on where to start. Okay, let's start here. Let's start here. Okay. This one. All right. Wait, let me see if you guys can see this. Let's put this over here. No, it's not going to work. All right. So, Wladimir Klitschko retired. He retired yesterday. One of the greatest heavyweight champions of history. And one good thing about him, whether you liked him or not, is he always fought his mandatories and he never ducked anybody. And there was never no politics in fighting anybody. So he would have fought Luis Ortiz. He wouldn't have ducked him. If he would have came along as a mandatory, okay, Klitschko would have been like, well, he is the WBA mandatory. I have to fight him next. You know, it wouldn't have been no politics. So now Anthony Joshua got a big ass fucking target on his back. Right? He's the WBA and IBF champion. The IBF mandatory comes first. However, you have Luis Ortiz, who's also been ordered as the WBA mandatory. Eddie Hearn, a promoter of Anthony Joshua, has already said that they're going to fight Kubrat Pulev, and they're working on getting that deal done. After all, if you don't know, the IBF will strip the shit out of you. However, Anthony Joshua is the WBA Super World Champion, so which means if you're the Super World Champion, you shouldn't have a mandatory right away. In fact, it can actually be in the discretion of the WBA. but they ordered him to fight Luis Ortiz. So people are asking, well, will he vacate the titles? Now, here's a situation where Anthony Joshua can get 3 belts and have a better time in not fighting Luis Ortiz or Kubrat Pulev, because Kubrat Pulev already accepted an exemption for Joshua versus Klitschko too, so they can just be like to him if the IBF allows, well, listen, you was going to wait anyway, you know, so you still going to get your shot and it'll be in the same amount of time. So, long story short, damn it, I'm confusing myself. Let's go back to where we were. Oh, so if Wilder versus Joshua happens, Wilder's on social media right now trying to get the fight, because Wilder, before Klitschko retired, was in heavy negotiations to fight Luis Ortiz in November. So now Luis Ortiz and Deontay Wilder see that Anthony Joshua is freed up. One of them has a belt, which is Deontay Wilder, which is the green belt, the biggest belt of all the belts. And it's a bigger money fight than Luis Ortiz and Kubrat Pulev. And then Luis Ortiz is like, I'm the WBA mandatory. Wilder and Luis Ortiz is managed and basically you can say promoted by Al Heyman. So of course you have to think Luis Ortiz hasn't been in action. You know, so you have to think, what was Luis Ortiz promised? What did they promise him in regards to a big fight or a champion? So it's a tough situation to explain, but you have to also factor in, before I can go into the nitty-gritty of shit, you have to also factor in Bermane Stiverne is the mandatory for Deontay Wilder. So let me try to let me say it this way. Deontay Wilder has to either fight Bermane Stiverne or Anthony Joshua now. If he fights Luis Ortiz, then that may piss Luis Ortiz off, because Luis Ortiz may not want Wilder. He may want Anthony Joshua, because Luis Ortiz would go over to the UK and it'd be bigger money. But Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua is a bigger money fight. But of course you have to factor in him, because if Anthony Joshua doesn't fight him, Anthony Joshua could be stripped or vacate that IBF title. Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua don't want to vacate any titles. But in order to satisfy Pulev to fight any of those guys, they have to give Pulev obviously some step-aside money, and Pulev would have to accept that he's not next, even though he already did if it was Klitschko. So you have Huey Fury versus Joseph Parker, the WBO fight that's taking place in September. They really not in the mix as of yet, and the winner of this won't be in the mix until sometime mid or so next year, because truth be told, you know, I don't see a unification with any of these guys happening unless something happens. It's so difficult to explain, but looking at the heavyweight division, the shit is lit. That's the best way I can say it. The heavyweight division is on fire. Like, there's so many good matches, and the politics make the matches good, because these fighters are all in situations where they have to fight each other now. Now Luis Ortiz is going to get his shot. You see what I'm saying? Now, you know, Deontay Wilder has to fight a big name. You know, we're going to find out, you know, who Anthony Joshua is. We're going to see, you know, Kubrat Pulev, as far as, you know, what he brings to the table. You know, being a veteran and all of this shit, even though Luis Ortiz is older. You know, and then, you know, Joseph Parker and Huey Fury, the winner of that, is going to be in a good situation, because after that's all settled with those guys, their belt is going to be highly coveted. Then you got guys like Dylan White, who's now out of the picture as far as, you know, getting Deontay Wilder. It just doesn't make sense. However, he is 2 fights since he's fighting August the 19th away from being in an eliminator. Guys like Gerald Big Baby Miller, even though he fought, you know, against Gerald Washington and beat him, you know, he's going to be guaranteed a higher ranking, but he's got to keep winning, and he won't be in a chance to get a title shot until like maybe 2019, truth be told. You know, like 2019, and that's being kind of generous, you know? So let me tell you who the key players are in all of this, who can really fuck shit up. Bermane Stiverne can really fuck shit up. Now, his promoter, Don King, is said to be cool with taking a step-aside agreement. This was before Klitschko retired, of course. before Klitschko retired, of course. Damn, hold on. Let me finish let me not lose my thought. Okay, but Stavern is promoted by Don King. Don King has been seemingly cool with allowing Deontay Wilder to go ahead and fight Luis Ortiz before Klitschko retired. And Bermane Stavern getting step-aside money. Now, I don't want to get too deep into that. It's a very deep situation, but follow what I'm saying. Bermane Stavern has since brought on Jay Prince and as a manager and Josh Dublin, the team of Andre Ward. So basically, that's a very powerful team as far as getting shit done and not getting fucked over in boxing when it comes to Jay Prince and Josh Dublin. So you have to think, is there some type of rift between Don King and Bermane Stavern as far as what is to be done next? Or what if it's like people say, well, listen, if Bermane Stavern gets that step-aside money, you know, then Don King might keep the money. You know how people talking. So, Bermane Stavern, however, is the mandatory for Deontay Wilder. And if Deontay Wilder doesn't fight him, he gets stripped. And Team Stavern is on some shit like, yo, we don't care about none of that shit. We want Deontay Wilder now. So, if Bermane Stavern takes step-aside money and doesn't fight Deontay Wilder, then he'll be ordered to fight for the WBC interim, which will likely be against either not Luis Ortiz if Luis Ortiz gets Anthony Joshua, not Kubrat Pulev if Kubrat get Anthony Joshua. It could be either one of them depending on what they do. See how I'm saying it's confusing? See what I'm saying it's confusing? You know, and then the next likely candidate would be, which would likely happen, is the WBC will order Bermane Stavern versus Dylan White. And Bermane Stavern, even though it'll be for the WBC interim, guaranteed shot at Wilder, and who has all those belts at the time, Bermane Stavern may not want that because he can lose to Dylan White. He may really feel in his heart that he can beat Deontay Wilder and get that belt, but guess what? Don't know networks want to televise it. But it could go to purse bid. So now you have to think that Deontay Wilder's team, Al Heyman, you know, and maybe even Don King are trying to keep the WBC at bay. Like, yo, listen, like, don't order a purse bid yet, because if it goes to purse bid, anybody can bid on the fight, and then shit's going to be all fucked up then. You know, so you got to think that they're trying to talk to the WBC like, yo, listen, don't order this fight yet. We're trying to work some shit out. But maybe Bermane Stavern's team is like, yo, order the fight. We don't give a fuck if it's televised or not. We want Deontay Wilder, and we want that fucking belt. Another person, as I said, who can fuck shit up is, of course, Kubrat Pulev, because if he pushes the issue, you know, and he says, no, I'm the IBF mandatory, fuck that. We was going to let y'all slide and let y'all, and let Klitschko, I mean, Joshua Klitschko 2 happen, but no, we're not letting nobody else happen. We want Anthony Joshua. Then it all depends on if Anthony Joshua fights Kubrat Pulev, and if Luis Ortiz pushes the issue with the WBA, like, yo, he not fighting me next, so strip his motherfucking ass and give me that belt. So, you know, shit is all fucked up out there. You know, so them two can really fuck some shit up, you know, if they push the issues. And, you know, it's a shame because guys like Shannon Briggs, he was really in the mix. He was really in the mix. You know, if he would have beat Frezo Quindo or vice versa. Frezo Quindo's still in the mix. And then you got likely Frezo Quindo to be ordered to fight Alexander Ustinov for that belt, and in a fight that will be a very, very ugly affair. You know, so that's the heavyweight division. In the matchup, all these other guys are pretty much on the far outside looking in. The major players right now are obviously Deontay Wilder, Bermane Stavern, Luis Ortiz, Kubrat Pulev, of course, Anthony Joshua, you know, Huey Fury, Joseph Parker on the latter end. And then, you know, on the very outside of that are guys like Dylan White. And, you know, that's about it. Like Dylan White, you know, and you got a little asterisk by his name, Povetkin, you know, and Gerald Big Baby Miller further down the line. You know? And so I hope you understood that shit. That's the best way I can break it down. That's the best way I can break it down. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens and if they go forward with Wilder versus Luis Ortiz. Because I want to see that shit bad. Don't you want to see that? You can't tell me you don't want to see Wilder versus Ortiz. But I want to see Wilder versus Joshua too. But you know, if it's less politics, then I want to see Wilder Ortiz, man. I want to see it. And then they said it's going to happen in Brooklyn. I gotta be there for that, man. I want to see it. Wilder Ortiz, yeah, but that's the thing. It can't be both. So which one would you rather see? Let's say if Kubrat Pulev don't try to fuck shit up. Let's say if Kubrat Pulev don't try to fuck shit up, right? Which one would you want? Wilder Ortiz or Joshua Ortiz? I'm sorry. I want Wilder Ortiz first. I'm sorry. I want Wilder Ortiz first. I'm sorry. That needs that. You know? So yeah, I'm excited. You know, here's a little update, man. There's a lot going on. You know, a lot of people watching. We got a lot of things going on. We're in final phases of getting our Vegas trip booked up. You know, there's a 30% chance and rising that we'll get our credentials for Mayweather McGregor. I'm not really counting on it, but at the same time, we're going to do everything that we can do to get it taken care of. But as far as fight week events, we're going to be there. You know, that's like 90% because it's like I'm trying to figure. See, I'm going to do a poll on if I should go to Canelo versus Golovkin, which I have an excellent chance to get credentials to. Whereas if I go out there for Mayweather versus McGregor, not only will I be cramming, but we're going for Mayweather McGregor. We might as well, right? You know. So thank you to Global Legacy Boxing. Thank you to the Sportsman.com over in the UK. Thank you to www.fight.tv. Thank you to Eat Naked over there in the UK. I think a bug just flew up my nose. A little fly or some shit. You know, so we're making some moves, you know, getting things done. We're getting to events monthly. We have so it's like this. People think that it's just me. It's not. People think it's just me. It's not just me. We're getting to events all over the world. It's not just me. You know, so as far as the UK, we're straight for the most part. We just got to expand here in the States and expand, you know, in Australia and definitely get Canada also. You know, it's a lot of pressure. I have a lot of obligations now to start fulfilling now. You know, and get out of like that sector of when I'm spending money every month and not bringing in money. You know, so now what's the next topic we're going to talk about? The last topic we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about Mayweather McGregor next, and then we're going to talk about Herrera versus Soto Karass 2, or Soto Karass, not 2, to close out the show. So tonight is Mayweather versus McGregor All Access, the second episode. I'm hoping it's not no bullshit like the first one. Wait, no, you can't say it's bullshit because you know that if they're doing 4 parts, right? That the first show had to focus on the press tour. They had to focus on the press tour. So we had to understand that. But this episode, we know that this episode, they're not going to show none of the Paulie Malignaggi stuff. I know that's what people want to know. People want to see the footage. The people want it. But we're going to save that. With this episode, I want to start seeing what's going on in, like, Conor McGregor's training camp. Did you notice we're not getting that shit? We're getting photos of shit where motherfuckers is levitating and shit, but we don't know what the fuck is going on. You see what I'm saying? We want some fucking videos. If we need 20 seconds of some sparring footage, something. We need him on the bag or something. And we don't need no edited shit. We need some footage. I've been hearing for a couple months now that, well, you know, they're going to be putting out fake shit to the media to make people think that Conor is not as good. Conor's not as good as he is, and, you know, all that shit. I want to see some shit. So, but you know what we're going to get this episode? Now, I've covered every single episode of HBO 24/7 since 2010. Every single episode of Showtime All Access since 2010. This is going to be a family episode and shit. This is going to be the episode where we're going to see Conor McGregor's son. We're going to see his girlfriend or his wife. You know, we're going to see Mayweather showing off some money, probably roller skating and shit. You know, it's going to be the family episode. We're going to see a little bit of, you know, some trainer at Conor McGregor's camp. You know, talking about how, well, you know, we're going to work on the conditioning because, you know, they're going to be doing some old shit. You know, this is what this episode is going to be. The third episode should be good. I'm not really counting on too much. However, I did like during the first episode that they did it wasn't really nothing they could do. Like they had to show all the best Conor McGregor parts. So they didn't edit his shit all up to make it seem like Floyd was going to, like Floyd won the press conferences like you thought Showtime was going to do, since Floyd is Showtime boxing for the most part. You know, so I'm glad they didn't, you know, edit that shit out. But now listen, the fight's 22 days away. 22 days away. Tomorrow will be 20. Listen, Sunday will be 20 days away. The money grab. And don't you be fooled by Mr. Paulie Malignaggi. When has Paulie, and God bless Paulie, I love him to death, been a big fan of his. I actually had a chance to interview Paulie, and believe it or not, I got starstruck. Me. I was like, oh, that's fucking Paulie Malignaggi, man. He be on some nut ass shit sometime when it come to Pacquiao, but however, you know, he a cool dude. He one of the people like, well, you know, it's like Paulie Malignaggi is already a boxing historian. You see what I'm saying? Imagine like Paulie Malignaggi at 50. Like Paulie Malignaggi, when he speaks, people listen when it comes to boxing. You see what I'm saying? So he one of them type of people, so how can you not? Like he always drop knowledge. Sometime with Pacquiao, he be on some shit. We already know that, but it's the good with the bad. You got to take that. You got to take that. So now you're seeing Paulie Malignaggi, you know, on like CNN and shit. You know, like, well, you know, his sparring partner, former boxing champion, Paulie Malignaggi. And I'm like, oh, shit. Paulie Malignaggi is in on the money grab. He's in on the money grab. It's a shame that they're doing that to me. They got the casuals thinking Paulie be getting... No, fuck that, man. Conor be fucking Paulie up. Conor and Cam fucking Paulie up, man. Who's the most famous person you met? I don't know. This past week, I didn't put none of the footage up. I met... Well, it depends. What do you mean by meet? Like, I don't like meeting people. I don't get starstruck. You know? So I did interview 50 Cent, and I didn't even put the video up. Right? He was walking down the hall, and I asked him what he thought about Broner versus Garcia. But yeah, man, Conor be fucking Paulie up. I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to it. Until I see video, I'm going by the pictures. And the pictures don't look good. I don't like, you know, I don't like how Joe Cortez was trying to stop, you know, the action. I don't like how I saw the fear in Joe Cortez's eyes of what Conor was going to do to Paulie when Paulie was on that canvas. I saw the fear. Paulie never seen that type of power. Paulie never seen that fat, I was gonna say that fat hand, you know he fat. I'm fat too, y'all. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. So man, listen. I mean, it's fucked up what they doing to him, but hey, Paulie out there to myself, show the footage. It's footage in there. They got 24/7 cameras. It's only Conor's team. And they already say Paulie a mole. Y'all think Paulie a mole? Y'all think Paulie a mole? Right? You think Paulie be in their spine? You think he be going back to Floyd like, well, you know, Floyd, you got to watch out for that right hand because that right hand be coming, you know? You think he be going back to Floyd? They be getting on the horn on, what's that, on FaceTime? Letting out the secrets? Is that not to be expected? Paulie Malignaggi is an Al Heyman guy. Did y'all forget that? Remember when Paulie tried to expose Al Heyman after he lost to Broner, and then Al Heyman just signed him? And then Al Heyman signed the shit out of him, like, shut up. You know, then after that, Paulie was like, you know, thank you, Al Heyman. I think Paulie a mole. It's crazy, though, because the photos they released, the shit be looking crazy. One, you got Paulie's face getting smashed in. Another one, you got him laying on the ground, like, and kind of just looking over him and shit. You know, and Joe Cortez like, no, Conor, don't fuck him up. You got another one where they levitating. What? What is this? What is this? What is this? This shit? I've never seen nothing like it. I ain't never seen nothing like it. Let's go take a few looks at it. I ain't never seen nothing like this. I'm talking about they're getting crazy with it, guys. They're getting crazy with it. This is a bizarre ass boxing promotion. And then y'all hear tickets ain't selling. You know, like rich people, where y'all at? Where y'all at, rich people? I know the Irish are coming. The Irish are coming. Look at this shit. Look at Paulie. Look how he's looking at him. Like, yeah, look, Joe Cortez looks so concerned. That's because when Conor hit him, right? When Conor hit him, he went flying over on the side of the ring. Floyd ain't ready for that type of power. Floyd ain't ready for that type of speed, man. If they lowered the ticket price, you want to go look at the tickets? Floyd ain't ready for that, man. Look at this shit. What is going on here? How do they explain this one? Like, I don't even know what this would be. How do you get in this? Maybe he came out the corner, but what is this? No, we gotta talk about this for 7 more minutes. See, you ain't even noticed. I've been keeping up with the time and shit. Yeah, listen, I'm going by the pictures though. Even though they got cameras and all that shit in there, I'm going by the pictures. And in the pictures, Paulie don't look good. That's all I'm saying. And I'm looking at the fear in Paulie and Joe Cortez's face. They never seen that type of spirit there, that type of speed. You know? And I don't know what they were doing to this poor guy. I don't know what they were doing to this guy. That's not even right. But you know why Joe Cortez is there, right? The reason why Joe Cortez is there is he's to how can I put it? Make sure that Conor don't do no dumb shit. So he's like a referee coach for Conor. So he'll be telling Conor, like, in sparring and shit, no, you can do that, but you can't do that. You see what I'm saying? Like, especially if Conor try to do some old showboating bullshit. You know, he'll tell him, like, nah, you can't do like that old double punch shit like Pacquiao did to Josh Clottey. You can't do that type of shit. So that's what Joe Cortez is there for. A lot of people, you know, couldn't figure out what his role was. But his role is to let him know, like, the do's and the don'ts of, like, low punches and all that shit. Remember, he's got to learn on the fly. So that was smart to bring, like, a veteran in like that. You know, that was smart to bring a veteran in like that. Like I said, this shit, I don't know what this shit is, man. I don't know what he's out there doing. And, you know, Paulie pissed. Paulie releasing statements and shit. You know, look, like, he's pissed, making world news and shit. I do want that sparring video released, Conor. If you have the balls, release what really happened. Look, he pissed. That video ain't come out. That video's been burnt, Paul. Matter of fact, no, it's not. They ain't burnt it. It's been locked in the cage. So I don't care what nobody say. I'm going by Paulie's face. And it look like Paulie been getting fucked up. Until I see the video, I'm going by the photo. Listen, I'm closing my mind, and I don't want to hear nothing y'all got to say. I'm going by the photos. I'm going by the photos. I'm sorry, Paulie. I'm sorry, bro. I got to go by the photos. I'm in on the money grab, bro. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. I'm in on the money grab. They got him out there getting fucked up. What is this? Oh, it's got the power of that monkey thing. That dead monkey thing. Sorry, bro. Stop this. So yeah, All Access comes on tonight. I'm going to be watching, of course. You know, I'm just hoping that they just get a little more creative with it, man. You know, it's some fresh stuff coming. It's some fresh stuff. Go down to the description box and check out Global Legacy Boxing. Especially go to their YouTube page. I got to put the link to their YouTube page down below. You know, things got to get fresh with boxing promotion. Did y'all notice that? They got to get fresh. For example, Canelo versus Golovkin is sold out. Yes, it's sold out and it's glorious. But where is the real buzz? You know, you can't say it's because Mayweather McGregor is overshadowing it, even though people don't want to admit it is overshadowing it. But it's like, yo, they could be doing more. I don't know what more they could be doing, but start putting out some fire-ass promos, you know, with some epic-ass music. You got to start doing shit, man. You know, I need that fight. I'm not gonna say I need, but yeah, we do know, we as boxing fans, we need that fight to do 1 million plus pay-per-view box. We need it. Do I believe it's gonna do 1 million? I say barely 1 million. If Canelo Chavez barely did 1 million, and you know, there's conflicting numbers. There's conflicting numbers. In elevated numbers say what? 1.1, 1.2. But there's certain, as they say, or whatever they're called, industry insiders that say, yo, that shit did like 875, 900K. But we'll never know. But we just go by the number that was released, or never really officially released by Golden Boy, 1.2 or so. But do you think Canelo versus Golovkin will do that much? I don't know, man. And then will Mayweather versus McGregor affect that, being the fact that the fights are 3 weeks apart? So the hardcore fans, it's like this: you lying, no good, backstabbing, lower than a serpent's belly scum. If you buy Mayweather versus McGregor, then you I want to cuss you, motherfucking better buy Canelo versus Golovkin. I'll say it. I'll cuss you out. I'll cuss you out. Support the sport. You can't say boxing is dead. You can't say boxing is dying when you have Mayweather versus McGregor's happening. And guess what? McGregor's coming to boxing to get the boxing money. The money's there. It's just that you scum, you streaming, lazy bastards, because you know you can stream. You know you can stream. You won't put the money in. You be seeing thousands of people watching these streams, and I'll be pissed. I'll be wanting to throw stuff, but then I might break stuff in my home. My blood pressure is too damn high. Everybody just calm down. Just calm down. Everybody just calm down. Everybody just calm down, right? You can't say boxing is dying when you got Joshua Klitschko in front of 90,000. Boxing over in the UK is thriving. Not Frank Warren so much, but he's trying. Eddie Hearn got shit on Smash over there. Boxing's not dying. It's just fucked up here in the States. I'm still mad at you about Ward Kovalev too. Y'all didn't even go to the fight. All those empty seats, you make me so sick. You make me sick. You make me sick. You boxing fans. See, I can curse you out. The other media members can't curse you out. I can curse you out. I can curse your ass out. You make me sick, man. Y'all make me so sick. But you know what? I think that's logical, right? Like if you buy, like right now, that shit should already be in your budget. You know, so put it this way. Listen, in the Philadelphia area, right? There's flyers, there's shit going on around on Instagram with the bars and people, you know, having cookouts and fish fries, you know, for the Mayweather McGregor fight. You're buying the fight, or you're going somewhere where the fight is going to be broadcast. The fight is going to be a huge success. So if you spending that money on that fight, if you going somewhere, don't buy no new sneaks. Don't buy no new, what do you call them? Don't buy no new tennis shoes. Don't buy no fucking these fancy fucking shoes y'all be wearing and shit. Wear the fucking shit you wore from the last party, or some shit you went to. Put your Canelo versus Golovkin money aside, because you're going to have it. Don't buy the Henny. Don't buy the Henny. If you love boxing so much, get the fucking Perry Mason. Get the EMJ. If you love boxing so much, get the EMJ. Don't get the Henny. Start cutting those calls. When you at the market, don't get the fucking expensive. If you want the motherfuckers, I like a nice sandwich, right? You know, so I always get the Italiano bread or the high-class potato bread. Get the dollar bread. Get the $1.09 bread. Start cutting those costs, because you got to make sure you buy Canelo versus Golovkin. Cut those costs. Put the money aside. Cut those costs. Roll your joints a little smaller. Stop giving your side pieces money. Just say. That's enough about that. I swear, if I see that Canelo versus Golovkin did some old shit like 800,000, I swear I'm gonna let you have it. I'm gonna cuss you out. I swear. Because that's gonna be hurtful. So I don't know what I'm doing. First, I was gonna go to Vegas for a month. I was gonna go out there for Canelo versus as I was saying, I have a better chance of getting into Canelo versus Golovkin than I do Mayweather versus McGregor, even though we're going for the gusto, baby, shoot for the motherfucking stars. We're close. But I just couldn't stay in Vegas for no month, man. Y'all know me, man. I'm a hermit. I just couldn't stay in Vegas for no month. Also, that trip was going to cost $9,000. So I could use that money for other shit, right? I still got to get my fucking set together. I got no furniture. I'm so behind, man. You know, so we're going to go out there for a cool, calm 10 days. You know, I've already reached out to some people. You know, make sure if anybody want to try some shit, they get fucked up or get their fucking. We're gonna leave it at that. I'm just gonna chill. You know, go into the Mayweather gym. Oh, Mayweather's having a media workout next week. Yep, we're in there. We're in there like swimwear. Not me personally, but we're in there. You know, so it's gonna be interesting. Usually his media workouts. Let me tell you, the one he did for Pacquiao was crazy. That shit was like fucking 2 hours long. Even though he showed up late, he did like a full workout. The one he did for Birdo, he actually did live sparring. So his media workouts are no bullshit. His media workouts are actually what media workouts are supposed to be. You know, that's one thing I love about his media workouts. It really be like an epic ass event. You know, you see him go through the full emotions and shit. It's not no 15 minutes. He come in there, you know, with some sweatpants on, get on the bag for a little bit, take some pictures. No, he do full media workouts. Also, Danny Garcia too. Like full media workouts. That's the way it's supposed to be. You come there, you work out. Do you plan to visit the Mayweather gym? Yes, during fight week. Of course. You can't go to Vegas and not go to the Mayweather gym. You know? I don't want to, though. I heard it be like 110 degrees in there, though. But it is what it is. Floyd can't be the producer on All Access. Needs people to be involved with the Cavs. I guess. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know if you're talking to me or not. So what was next on our list? Oh, yo. It's a nice night of boxing ahead. That's where I'm going to be getting off in the next 10 minutes. We start at 5:15, so it's going to be an hour and 15-minute video. Yeah. It's a nice night of boxing. So go get some rest, go get some food, and you can fall back and chill tonight. Let me tell you, this is a nice. You got Clarissa Shields fighting for her first title. That's on Showbox. You got Mauricio Herrera versus Soto Karass in a career match, you might as well say. You know, it's a shame because both of those guys still, even if they lose, there's still big fights out there for them. But people are going to be telling them retire because they're done. But I just feel like this. I felt that with Mauricio Herrera after he lost to when he shouldn't have to Danny Garcia. You know, he lost a piece of himself because even when he won on fight, was it Johan Perez? What's his name? You can tell that just something wasn't, you know, the same. He just seems like one of them type of fighters where, like for the right fight, he'll get fully motivated. And I'm hoping that he's motivated for this because on paper, 3 years ago, this would have been a big ass fight. But even now with those two names, especially where both of them are, and also Soto Karass had those very two highly entertaining fights with Yoshihiro Kamagai. Yoshihiro Kamagai is now fighting Miguel Cotto. You know, so it's you know, you got that on. Also, you got Mayweather McGregor All Access. So what I'm going to do is, you know, I'm going to go upstairs, you know, put some fucking chicken, you know, in the oilless fryer, you know, throw some wing sauce on them bitches, you know, come down here, relax, do a little paperwork, get the, you know, the brand, Fight View 360, you know, this month it's got to happen. You know, is Clarissa Shields in the same weight class as Katie Taylor? Hell no. They're like 50 pounds apart, bro. 40 pounds apart. Hell no. Hell Hell no. Clarissa Shields is up there with like what's Latondria Jones and Raquel Miller. You know, see that one. What division is that in women's? That's like 154 to like 168 or something. You know, it's not really like a lot of. It's like not names there. Like in women boxing, those lower weight divisions, like 126 and all those, you know, are like where all the action is at. And a lot of the action is in like southern countries, like, you know, Brazil and Mexico and shit like that. Oh, also in Japan, shit is lit. You know, women's boxing. And like Thailand. You know. So, you know, it's a nice, you know, night of boxing. And of course you have Vasyl Lomachenko versus Miguel Mariaga in a fight where I really don't want to see, you know, even though Mariaga had a good fight with Oscar Valdez. It's just not a fight that I want to see. And truth be told, I know a lot of people want to blame you know, Lomachenko for not fighting Rigondeaux and all that. I don't really want to explain it because I did it like a whole video on it. I need to go back and watch that video. But you can't really blame Lomachenko at this point in time. Now, if they don't get a deal to fight next, or if he doesn't fight Orlando Salido, because people will still accept the Orlando Salido fight, you know, then, you know, or Mikey Garcia, fans are going to be fed up, man. They're already getting fed up. But I give him a pass because I know that he couldn't fight anybody else but Mariaga in that time frame. It was supposed to be Salido. Plan B was Mariaga. And then they couldn't do a deal with Rigondeaux because Rigondeaux had just fought 3 weeks prior to where this fight was announced. So to the uneducated boxing fan, not saying it in a disrespectful way, they would think, well, Rigondeaux only fought 1 round. So, of course, he can fight, you know, and that fight was on June the 17th, by the way. This fight is on August the 5th on ESPN. Of course, they will say, well, you know, he can fight on August the 5th. It don't work like that when it comes to negotiating a big fight like this. You know, so many things have to be done. You know, it just don't work like that. You know, you can't negotiate a fight like that in a short period of time. Winner of versus Herrera, Soto Karass versus Dusty Harrison. Well, see, this is a fight that, you know, because of their name, and it's a good fight for Herrera because you beat Herrera if you're a young and upcoming fighter, then you get a nod. You get. Hold on 1 minute. I gotta take this. Why is Soto Karass the main event? Well, because it's ESPN too. Wait a minute. What was I saying? Oh, if you're a young and upcoming fighter and you beat a name like Mauricio Herrera, you know, then you get a lot of stripes. But Herrera was having difficulty getting fights with big names before. What if he wins this and then able to get like some big name fights because people think he done? He can capitalize off of that and rebuild his whole career up. You see what I'm saying? So this fight is very important for him. The same thing with Soto Karass. You know? Same thing with Soto Karass. Did Frampton split with Barry McGregor? We don't know. You know, there's some shit going. We know, put it this way, there's some shit going on, but we don't know for sure. Nothing's for sure. We don't know for sure. You know, so we got about 4 minutes left. Nice hour and a 15-minute stream, productive. So as I said, we got a lot going on, yo. We got a lot going on. I'm doing a lot of organizing behind the scenes, and I'm really trying to get, you know, things really organized so, you know, we can start making some money and I can move on my life and be happy and be like, you know, like sending people to fights all over the world. You know? Sending people to fights all over the world, that's the goal. So we have a good September lineup of fights coming. Of course, the biggest fight of that month is going to be Canelo versus Golovkin. Then remember that World Boxing Super Series tournament starts in September. So that shit is going to be lit. what I'm going to do is tomorrow I'm going to get up bright and early, start working on getting, you know, this website profitable. Start working on getting this website profitable. Start working on getting, you know, everything organized with the team. And basically our goal is to make sure that we give you guys quick, fast boxing news. I'm talking about like we just don't want to like bring you just boxing news. We want to bring you like the shit that y'all want to hear. Like not no bullshit. Like I'm talking about the questions that the hardcore fans want to know. Like, yo, what's going on with these Mayweather McGregor tickets? Why they not selling like that? You know, what's going on in that sparring, Paulie Malignaggi? Tell us something. You know, now we're not saying this shit's going to happen overnight, but I say by this time, 2018, you know, we're going to be fully 100% legit. I promise you that. There's nothing stopping us. We have no obstacles no more. Now we just get your shit. The hardest part is done. We have the access to the events, guys. You know, we have the access to the events, guys. You know? So we're getting there. T ban this MD guy. I don't know who he is. And where's my moderators? That's not my job. I don't concern myself with that shit no more, man. Shit is moving along. So right now I'm just killing time until we end the stream. We got 2 minutes left. Yeah, true. Willie Monroe is will be hard to fight. Willie Monroe, it's a shame to say he's got to get a knockout. You know, because that fight has controversial cards written all over it. That fight has controversial cards written all over it. That, you know, so it's a shame. Willie Monroe, you know, is going over. It's not a shame. Props to him, but he's got to win every round. And Billy Joe Saunders Billy Joe Saunders is not getting the respect he deserves because of the lack of competition and the inactivity. Well, Billy Joe Saunders is good, especially when he's in shape and sharp. However, he has issues fading in later rounds. But Willie Monroe can be somewhat looked at as, when it comes to punching power, like a 160-pound Austin Trout to a certain extent. He can outbox you, but he doesn't have anything to keep you off of him. You know? Willie Monroe once did a whole media workout just dancing. The footage is here right on the channel. Just dancing. Tallest Latino music. Just Hispanic music. What are your thoughts on Big Baby Mills unwilling to travel to the UK for White or AJ? Well, he's not. It's like this. He's not even, like, he's not there yet. He's not there yet, you know? He's just not there yet. You know, he's got about, like I said, he's not in title contention until 2019, in my opinion, from looking at the landscape. So yeah, he can fight in an eliminator in 2018, mid to late 2018. You know, but the way the heavyweight division is right now, you know, it's too many people in front of him. White versus Big Baby, who you got? That's a toss-up fight, but I'm going to go with Dylan White. We still don't know who Big Baby Miller is yet. We're still learning. At least we have more of a concrete, you know, argument on who Dylan White is. But I'm giving the edge, but slight edge, to Dylan White. I don't know who AJ should fight next. We already talked about it. It's a complex. We went through it in detail. It's a complex situation. We got 1 more minute left. 1 minute. 1 minute. We got 1 minute left. It's a very complex situation on who AJ should fight next. You know, it's likely going to be I want it to be Wilder, but then again, I want Wilder Ortiz. But if we can get Joshua versus Wilder next, then I'm cool with it. But I want Joshua versus Wilder for all three of the belts, the WBC, the WBA, and the IBF. But in order for that to happen, Joshua may need to lose one of those belts. Hopefully he doesn't. So it's up to Eddie Hearn and Al Heyman. They got to work some magic. They got to work some magic. You know, they got to work some magic. But on Teach You Controversy, it's Teach You Controversy Live. We will see you tonight. We're likely going to do a stream after the fights tonight. Right? So I'm Teacher Controversy. This is Teacher Controversy Live, the owner and editor-in-chief and creator of FightView360.com. I'm Teacher Controversy Live.